This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today. Dunedin is a hideaway home for a YouTube sensation who just clocked up 1 million subscribers. The New Zealand Science Festival was launched in the weekend with more than 70 events being held over 9 days. And tourism workers are beavering away on 3 pilot projects which could be a new dawn for Queenstown employment. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Sophie Morris. He starred in a TV show, released an album, hung out with celebrities, and has now racked up more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Social media star Kimpoi Feliciano admits people might be surprised to learn he's living in little old Dunedin.
27-year-old Dunedin man Kimpoi Feliciano has received his Gold Award from YouTube in recognition of having 1 million subscribers to his channel.
Ma, 1 million ako sa YouTube. Si Dad.
But it's not been an overnight success for Feliciano, who started putting up videos of himself and his travels back in 2011 after he and his family emigrated to New Zealand from the Philippines.
So when I started doing my online videos, it was actually just to connect to my friends, my Filipino friends, and it just happened that people from the Philippines actually got interested in my life here in New Zealand.
He says a lot of his YouTube videos are different from the usual youth culture topics such as makeup and travel.
We're only like mga 40 minutes to 1 hour away.
Since becoming famous on YouTube, he's starred in Filipino television shows and released his own album. But he says some in his family remain a little bemused by his success.
Mine is more of a personal. So like my viewers are actually people who kind of want to see someone's life, you know. Like I document my travels, I document moments with my family, with my friends.
Feliciano's daily videos frequently reach more than 300,000 views. In Dunedin, The South Today.
A building in South Dunedin has been significantly damaged by a blaze, which at its height required 6 fire appliances and an aerial unit to get it under control. Flames could be seen coming through the top of the building, and smoke could be seen from the surrounding hill suburbs, filling the air at the scene with thick, acrid smoke. A Fire and Emergency New Zealand spokeswoman says they were called to the blaze in King Edward Street, South Dunedin, just before 9 p.m. on Saturday night.
Okay, so what's happened is we've had a fire in a 2-storey building in South Dunedin, and we've had most of our firefighting resources here attempting to put it out. It's been quite a difficult fire to fight because it was in the roofing area, and we were concerned about fire coming down through the ceiling or the ceiling collapsing. So it's been quite resource intense.
Fire and Emergency Area Commander Phil Marsh says a top floor tenant has been accounted for. At the height of the blaze, there were 6 fire appliances, 1 aerial unit and a command unit at the scene. Phil Marsh praised the efforts of firefighters in stopping the blaze from spreading to neighbouring buildings. The cause of the blaze was not yet known, and a fire investigator has been called in. The New Zealand Science Festival was launched in the weekend with more than 70 events being held over 9 days. Opening the festival was Dunedin science enthusiast and educator Amadeo, who turned the Teachers College Auditorium into an explosive science laboratory.
Helpers at the New Zealand International Science Festival get to experiment with the mysterious effects of frozen carbon dioxide. Festival director Dan Hendra says due to COVID-19 travel restrictions, this year's program will be a bit smaller and feature less overseas celebrity scientists than other years. But there's still plenty going on, such as a big science show at the Teachers College Auditorium at 2 p.m. both days this weekend.
So this show is a big collaboration between the festival and the Otago Museum, where we go through the history of the Big Bang Theory. With this, basically there's about a dozen big experiments, lots of explosions, bangs, fire, flames, a giant volcano being let off, you name it, we've got it. So it's going to be really exciting, and that's for ages 5 to 12.
And there's also the more adult-themed panel discussion about COVID-19 scheduled for 6 p.m. this Saturday.
The COVID talk, it is essentially a high-end panel discussion with a number of top scientists involved in the COVID-19 response and their work involved with the Ministry of Health as well. So you've got, for example, Professor of Public Health, Michael Baker. He's been quite active in the media, to say the least. He's flying in from Wellington. We've got David Murdoch, who is the Dean of the Otago University campus in Christchurch, and he's looking at it through more of a clinical response, and he's being one of the advisors to the panel as well. And then you've got a couple of virologists.
And after dark next Friday night, adults out on the town can enjoy socialising with drinks and desserts at the Otago Museum's Tropical Forest and Science Centre. In Dunedin, the South Today.
The Dunedin Centre City Freedom camping site could become a permanent fixture. Seen here, the Thomas Burns Street car park behind the railway station is now likely to reopen in November. A report says over the last 2 years, the city car park site has taken stress off the 2 other unrestricted freedom camping sites in Warrington and Ocean View. Dunedin City Councillors have unanimously approved both self-contained and non-self-contained camping vehicles to stay each summer. A draft amended bylaw will go out for public consultation, and it was hoped the changes can be implemented before this summer. Tourism workers are beavering away on 3 pilot projects which could be a new dawn for Queenstown employment. The workers have been redeployed into wilding control in Arrowtown, building a bike trail in Shotover and making pest traps.
Queenstown's out-of-luck tourism workers are beavering away on 3 new pilot projects that could lead to a new dawn for employment in the resort town. Workers from the town's big tourism companies have been redeployed into wildling control, building a bike trail in Shotover and making traps for pests. Queenstown Lakes District Council Recovery Manager Stephen Batstone says the pilot program is just one way the council is helping those impacted by the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're piloting a way in which we can get people who are displaced from tourism jobs into jobs in nature. So this is a trail building project. It's a small one down banks of Shotover River that has allowed us to start to explore and understand exactly how we can do this efficiently and effectively and safely. So it's about finding the right people, testing the models and the systems to get it done, and you get a cool little pump track out of it for the kids of Shotover country. So yeah, it's very much about learning and understanding how this can be done better when more money comes from central government, regional government into these types of projects.
Shotover trail designer Fraser Gordon is one of those tourism workers who has lost his job because of the pandemic.
With the COVID-19 situation, the workforce in Queenstown has taken a pretty massive hit through tourism. So these guys are all working at building a mountain bike trail down here on the Shotover Delta. We all obviously used to work in tourism. These guys were from Bungie. I was with Go Orange, and now we're getting something done for the community, which is pretty cool.
Fraser says the crew are adapting well to the new outdoor jobs, and some even enjoy it.
Obviously it's a different kind of work, it's quite physical, and we're out here in the middle of the winter in the elements, but they're loving it.
Work on the 700 metre mountain bike course began last week, and it's hoped the trail will eventually become a loop, helping the council's bid for money from the government's $1.3 billion Job for Nature program. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. Club rugby continued in the south over the weekend, and we bring you the latest ski field news from Central Otago.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance at up to 70% off. We're right beside the Motorcycle Mecca. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the Menswear Fashion Clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Do you know Youth Grow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youth Grow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance spheres. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
Welcome back. Dunedin Rugby Football Club encountered strong opposition on their home ground when they played against the Taieri Eels on Saturday. The visitors dominated territory and possession, but a solid defence from Dunedin kept them at bay. Playing in a stiff breeze at Kettle Park, half-time saw Dunedin well in the lead with 11 points to 3. However, after the break, Dunedin found itself on the wrong side of the referee, who handed out a plethora of penalties, enabling the Eels to get back into the game. The final score saw Dunedin win with 21 points to Taieri's 16. An expert arrived at the remarkable ski field on Friday to splice together the two ends of the main haul cable of the Sugar Bowl chairlift. Work on completing the new lift is expected to take about another 3 weeks.
About 20 NZ ski workers join up the new haul rope of the remarkable Sugar Bowl chairlift. It's a complicated task requiring the expert guidance of a metal rope splicer specially flown in from Switzerland. The local manager of the company that built the ski lift says it wasn't easy getting the expert to New Zealand.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. We've got Hannes here. He's come away from Switzerland, and the whole process has taken about 8 weeks to get him here. And we're pretty glad to have him.
Much of that 8 weeks was spent navigating the red tape before metal rope splicer Hannes Kohler could get to New Zealand.
They started with 3 times the delay to leave Switzerland. First time it was not possible to go over Hong Kong. Second time I missed the paperwork, transit paper, and then needed another paper in Melbourne. We missed them, so it was also not possible to leave. And it was then after 2 weeks, on a Sunday, or nearly 2 weeks later, was possible to leave Switzerland over Doha with Qatar Airways. And Melbourne, one night in a hotel, like quarantine, then came over to New Zealand.
On arrival in this country, he had to spend 2 weeks in quarantine. But the ski lift manufacturer says all the effort has been worth it.
Unfortunately, we don't have anybody in New Zealand here that has the skills or the experience to be able to do this work. It's obviously safety critical, so we want to do it once and we want to do it right.
It only took Kohler about 8 hours of supervision before the difficult part of the job was done and he could think about flying back home to Switzerland. In Queenstown, the South Today.
And after a period of heavy doubt and uncertainty created by COVID-19, Queenstown's remarkable ski field officially roared into life on Saturday. Skiers and snowboarders ascended on the resort with lifts opening to the public for the first time in 2020.
2020 at the Remarkables!
It was a congratulatory shower of champagne for 4 young men from Arrowtown who got to ride the first chair of the season when the remarkable ski field near Queenstown opened on Saturday.
Slept in the base building last night, woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we've been up here since.
Saturday saw over 1,000 snow fans at the resort, with both staff and public happy with the day.
We've got a beautiful day here. It is a little bit high cloud, thin high cloud, but the snow's on our side and the crowds are starting to arrive, so really impressed with that and great to be open.
Pretty stoked, you know, just to be here actually. We're pretty lucky in New Zealand. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, so, you know, I feel pretty blessed to be able to come up here and go snowboarding. So if you're out there in Dunedin or all around the South Island, get up and support the Remarkables and all the ski fields, help them out, and yeah, shaka.
After 8 weeks of delays from red tape and quarantine, the field's been finally able to get an expert metal tow rope splicer in from overseas to work on the field's new Sugar Bowl lift, which they hope to have operating this season.
They've got about 3 more weeks, I'd say, of commissioning, getting everything running and making sure it's doing what it should be, and it'll be all ours by the end of July.
The field intends to be open daily during both these school holidays and the ones in September, but it'll be open weekends only for the rest of the season. In Queenstown, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, we hear about the adventure tourism up and running again in time for the school holidays, and we check out tomorrow's weather.
Oh mate, I'm thinking about getting a new ute.
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance fairs. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance and up to 70% off. We're right beside the Motorcycle Maker. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the Menswear Fashion Clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Do you know Youthgrow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youthgrow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر.
Welcome back. Queenstown Lakes District's accommodation providers and tourism operators are pleased with the restart of the Skippers Canyon Jet. The news means many businesses are now looking forward to a busy school holiday period.
Skippers Canyon Jet resumed operation by taking local dignitaries for a quick spin. The tourist venture is owned by Ngāi Tahu Holdings, whose CEO Mike Pohio says bookings have been flooding in, with about 200 tourists expected to have arrived down the canyon on the first day of opening.
So school holidays is always a special time for families to get away, and especially so having come from being in lockdown. And I think people are looking at those special things that they'd like to do, and now's the opportunity.
Among the first passengers was the former owner of the tourist enterprise, Queenstown Lakes Mayor Jim Bolt.
Shot Over Jet's one of those iconic Queenstown businesses. Great to have it up and running again. Good sign for the district to see it back in business. Red boats, white water, smiling faces, always good to see.
David Higgins of Ngāi Tahu says the company are pleased to reopen after lockdown and able to provide some certainty for their staff.
We have supported the kaimahi or the workers at Shot Over Jet for many years, and we just want to give the kaimahi a sense of confidence as they start up the business again. It's really important. They're part of our family.
However, Mayor Bolt is concerned with how well the region will cope with the shoulder season between winter and summer.
Ski season will probably be moderately okay. Really worried after that though. I think things will drop off and it could be quite quiet until we get the summer business coming through. Really need that Trans-Tasman bubble open.
Some Queenstown Lakes hotels say they're forecasting around a 30% occupancy, but are currently achieving about 50% due to the school holidays. In Queenstown, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Dunedin is the hideaway home for a YouTube sensation who just clocked up 1 million subscribers to his channel documenting his travels. The New Zealand Science Festival was launched at the weekend with more than 70 events set to be held over 9 days. And tourism workers are beavering away on 3 pilot projects which could be a new dawn for Queenstown employment with construction of a new trail. And time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Barry.
Hello, Sophie.
Good evening.
How are you?
Very good. Yourself?
Very good. Ahead of the upcoming weather. Yes. A Give a Little page has been set up to return the body home of a hardworking and a much loved crash victim. This follows, of course, the horrific crash in Dunedin on Saturday morning that left 2 people dead. So we have a follow-up to that story. Look out tomorrow on the front page of the ODT for a terrific picture, and I'm not going to give too much away here, but the last time we did something similar we got hundreds of calls, so we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. Just ahead of the South Today weather, of course, a little spoiler alert, snow is on the way. So there we go. Travel page tomorrow, we take you to Waiheke Island, so you can have your island holiday.
That'd be nice.
Yes, indeed. The pilot who crashed his plane at the last Warbirds over Wanaka is challenging the organisers in the Wellington High Court today, so we have coverage of that report.
Okay, well, thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
All of that and much more in tomorrow's ODT. And time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with the city view, Dunedin's wintry afternoon. Looking at the situation, a very cold southerly airflow brings chills from the South Pole this week, with widespread wintry showers for a few days, bringing snow to low levels inland. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport are looking at mostly grey skies, showers and 12 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect a clouds or 2 and 14 degrees. Moving to Canterbury, it will be cloudy for most places. Kaikoura should reach 12 degrees, Christchurch 11 and Ashburton 10, where you're set for showers. To the southern towns, plan for strong southerlies and snow showers. The Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are all aiming for a high of 5 degrees. Heading to central Otago, you can expect moderate northerlies with some rain for all areas. Wanaka and Queenstown head for 3 degrees, Alexandra and Te Anau both head for 5. To the northern towns, on the coast, Timaru and Oamaru can expect gusty southwesterlies and rain with 8 degrees. And those in Twizel and Omarama can plan for gusty southerlies with snow showers and a high of 4 degrees. And Dunedin, it will be wet tonight with an overnight low of 5 degrees. Periods of rain tomorrow should ease during the afternoon to showers, but it will be very cold with strong gusty southwest winds and snow to 400 metres on the hills. A high of 8 and a low of 4. Frequent wintry showers on Wednesday with hail and sleet to low levels and snow flurries to 200 metres. It's due to be very cold with strong gusty southwesterlies, a high of 6 and a low of 3. And in Invercargill, some rain tonight with strong southerlies and an overnight low of 8 degrees. Rain breaks to showers during the afternoon tomorrow with some hail and sleet likely, and it will be very cold with strong gusty southerly winds, a high of 10 and a low of 8. Sleety showers clear later on Wednesday with bitterly cold southerlies decreasing slowly, a high of 11 and a low of 8. That's all for our news this Monday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz or follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.